Very good morning, students. As we have started with the chemistry second chapter, that is acids, bases, and the salts. In our first class, we discussed the meaning of acids and bases, chemical properties of acids and bases, and few examples. So, in today's class, let us study still more information about acids and the bases. Students, do you know acids and bases react with metals? Yes, acids and bases react with the metals. So let us study how do acids and bases react with metals with the help of an experimental activity. What is the aim? Reaction of a zinc granules with a dilute sulfuric acid, and there is a testing of hydrogen gas by burning candle. Requirements: test tube, stand, test tube with a dilute sulfuric acid, zinc granules, delivery tube, tub with a soap solution, and a burning candle. Put small quantity of zinc granules into the test tube. Test tube is already having the dilute sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4. Zinc and sulfuric acid reacts with each other, and there is a formation of a bubbles. Those bubbles are nothing but the hydrogen. You can see the formation of the bubbles there. You are going to put the delivery tube so that the hydrogen gas, the bubbles can enter into the delivery tube, and we can observe them in the soap solution in the form of a bubbles. Bring the candle near the bubbles. The candle will extinguish with a pop sound. With this, we can understand the gas liberated is the hydrogen. What is our conclusion with this experiment, students? Zinc reacts with sulfuric acid to form zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas liberates. H2SO4 plus Zn gives ZnSO4 plus H2. Right? So metal plus acid to form salt, and there is a liberation of hydrogen gas. Same experiment we are doing with the sodium hydroxide, which is a base. So sodium hydroxide, NaOH plus zinc metal, you are going to get Na2ZnO2, that is sodium zincate, with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Here are some examples for reaction of acids with the metals. Here is a general statement, students. Metals when reacts with the dilute acids, they form metal salt plus hydrogen gas liberates. Zinc plus sulfuric acid to give zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. Mg, magnesium plus hydrochloric acid to produce magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. Iron plus sulfuric acid, iron sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Let us study the reaction of metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates with the acids. Let us conduct an activity to understand this. The materials required for this: stand, cork, test tube, delivery tube, dilute hydrochloric acid, sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate. So we have arranged two test tubes separately, name them as a and B. In A you are going to put sodium carbonate, and in B sodium hydrogen carbonate. To both the test tubes add hydrochloric acid. So when you add the hydrochloric acid, you can see the evolution of the gas with bubbling on both the test tubes. So pass both the test tube gases separately through the delivery tube. Take two test tubes filled with a calcium hydroxide, that is nothing but the lime water. Pass the gas. When you pass the gas, what happens? The sodium carbonate will turn milky white. There is a white precipitation formation you can see in the test tube, students. So with this we can understand that the gas liberating is nothing but the carbon dioxide. Test tube A equation, you have taken hydrochloric acid plus sodium carbonate. You got sodium chloride plus carbon dioxide plus water. Balanced equation is there. Now, test tube B equation, hydrochloric acid plus sodium bicarbonate to form sodium chloride plus carbon dioxide plus water. Students, just now what we discussed with the help of an experiment, that only once again I am giving you with the examples. That is, how do acids react with metal carbonates? Metal carbonates react with acids to give salt, carbon dioxide and water. So how you will write the general form? Metal carbonate plus acid gives salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Here I have given you two examples. The first equation, sodium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid to form NaCl, that is the salt, plus water plus carbon dioxide. Same you can observe in the second equation, that is calcium carbonate plus sulfuric acid to form calcium sulfate with water and carbon dioxide. So what happens here, students? Metal displaces the hydrogen from acids to form the salt. The hydrogen in acid adds with carbonate to form water and carbon dioxide. So we discussed that carbon dioxide gas is evolved when metal carbonate reacts with acids, right? So that carbon dioxide, you want to test whether it is a carbon dioxide gas or not. So you are going to pass it through the lime water, that is CaOH twice. When you pass it through the lime water, it will turn into white precipitate, milky white, like that the color it will turn. With this we can understand that there is a formation of evolution of carbon dioxide gas, right? So actually this calcium carbonate, what is formed, no students? It is insoluble in water, CaCO3, calcium carbonate. It is insoluble. So that is why solution is milky white. When the carbon dioxide is passed in excess to that, what happens? Calcium hydrogen carbonate is formed. It is water soluble and the milkiness slowly disappears again. This is for metal hydrogen carbonate, students. NaHCO3, you can call it as sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. So this when reacts with acids, what happens? Again you find the same formation of salt plus water plus evolution of carbon dioxide gas. Just now what we discussed. Carbon dioxide gas, when it is passed through the lime water, it will turn milky precipitate, that is the formation of calcium carbonate with the water. When excess amount of carbon dioxide is passed through the calcium carbonate, you find the formation of CaHCO3 twice. Okay. So like this, in both the cases, it may be metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate. We find the formation of salt plus liquid plus carbon dioxide gas. Hence, these are the two general forms for metal carbonate and hydrogen carbonate. When these two reacts with acids to give salt plus carbon dioxide is evolved with a formation of water. Yes, let us study how do acids and bases react with each other. For this you have taken two containers, one with a base, that is sodium hydroxide, one with an acid, that is sodium hydrochloride. So take one test tube, add the base and add the phenolphthalein indicator, right? So if you add the phenolphthalein indicator, in the acid it is colorless. If it reacts with the bases, it will give you the pink color. Yes, you can see, students, in the test tube the pink color appears because you have taken the base in the test tube, added the phenolphthalein. Now add acid to this. Yes, what changes you can see there? It has become colorless, right? So is base is neutralized by an acid? Yes. Then is acid also is neutralized by the base, students? To know this, now again take the base few drops, add it to the test tube. Again the color reappears. You can see the pink color in the test tube there. Right? So what we can generalize? Base sodium hydroxide plus acid hydrochloric acid react with each other to form the salt, that is sodium chloride, plus formation of the water. What reaction it is called, students? It is called as neutralization reaction. Base plus acid gives salt plus water. Here is one more example. Hydrochloric acid plus calcium hydroxide. You are going to get the calcium chloride plus water. Can we apply the same neutralization reaction to our body, students? Yes, as you have studied, in the stomach hydrochloric acid secretes and it helps for the digestion. Suppose this hydrochloric acid secretion is excess in the stomach. As you know, you are feeling the burning sensation and it is called as the acidity. So what is added? No, students, that is the base. You are taking the antacid. What happens? The base will neutralize your acid and you will feel good. How to define the neutralization reaction, students? Neutralization is a process of treating an acid with a base or alkali, to form salt and water. So this is called as neutralization. Here is one example. Sodium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid gives NaCl, which is a salt which is neutral, means it is pH is 7. If the pH is 7, nothing but it is neutral with the formation of the water, right? Applications of neutralization in everyday life. The first one is indigestion. Just now in the video we have discussed this already. Indigestion. If the hydrochloric acid excess, if it is formed in the stomach, we feel burning sensation. For that you are going to take the bases. It may be milk of magnesia or something else, enon, acetylgon. So something you are going to take which makes you relief. The second one, ant bite. It may be the ant bite or the bee's bite. In their sting, they are having the acid called as formic acid. So by their bite, you will find corrosive and burning effect. That all you find. By that time, what you are going to do? You are going to rub it with a moist baking soda, that is nothing but sodium hydrogen carbonate, or the calamine solution. The calamine solution is having zinc carbonate. Or you can rub it by the soap also, which contains sodium hydroxide. So totally you are going to apply the base which gives you relief from the burning sensation. One more application of the neutralization, that is the soil treatment. You might have seen the farmers, they will make the soil neutralized. Why? If it is excess of the acid content in the soil, it won't help for the growth of the plants. And if it is excess base also, it is not good. So what they will do, if the soil is having excess acidic content, they will add the bases. It may be like a quicklime and all. If it is a excess basic, they will add the organic matter. Organic matter nothing but they will release the acid. So totally they want to make the soil neutral. Next one is a tooth decay. Tooth enamel is made up of calcium phosphate. So whatever the food we are eating, the bacteria present in our mouth, they will act on that and they will produce the acids. So if you are brushing with a toothpaste, the toothpaste nothing but it is a alkaline which neutralizes the excess of acid in our mouth and prevents the tooth decay. Like this, there are so many applications of the neutralization reaction in our day-to-day life. Students, before we wind up with today's class, take down the home assignment. First one, draw a neat labeled diagram which shows reaction of zinc granules with a dilute sulfuric acid. Second question, How do metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates react with acids? Give equations. Next one. What happens when acids and bases react with each other? Next question. What is neutralization reaction? Give an example. Next question. Mention applications of neutralization reaction in our day-to-day life. Yes, students. Complete your work, understand the concept, practice the equations, and all equations should be balanced one. Okay? Thank you, students. Have a good day.